You said it started 3 years ago. What were some of the early signs or symptoms that you had that nobody could diagnose?
Constant dizziness. I went to the ER numerous of times feeling like I was going to pass out. I had always suffered with IBS symptoms that I considered really normal. I had them since I was 11 years old, so a decade at this point. Over the summer, I started developing some really crazy symptoms that I had no idea what was going on, which I later learned it was POTS.
Yep.
So many symptoms. It started with neurological symptoms that then transformed into what we call like heart problems that weren't actually heart issues at all.
Yep.
And at that point, it was just, hydrate, lose weight. Maybe it's your iron deficiency, because I always had that as well. Lightheadedness, that's what drove me there.
How much of an impact did this have on your life?
I was planning to go to graduate school and I had to give that up. I gave up my job. I gave up everything, social life. Everything was gone from 1 minute to the next. I went to the ER 16 times. I met with rheumatologists, 2 neurologists, 2 cardiologists. I was going everywhere and getting no answers, and I saw my primary care provider every week in June and July.
3 of the top 3 major causes for POTS and dysautonomia are: number 1, she said, was food mapping. And food mapping is a system I created to address digestion problems as well as food sensitivity problems. If you don't address food digestion and food sensitivity at the same time from both sides of the problem, you can't solve the food contribution to POTS. Secondly, she said hormones, and third, she said blood sugar. But number 1, let's talk food mapping.
Yeah.
What did you discover about either the digestion process, your digestion process, or your food sensitivities? That was the linchpin here.
Yeah, for me, it was definitely gluten. I grew up on gluten, would have never gone gluten-free. It was my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I have a genetic gluten sensitivity. So we do not get along. Also, something extremely interesting that I would have never figured out is I have an allergy to canola seed, which the primary, what I used to eat out a ton, and they use vegetable oil blend and canola oil is in it, and I was constantly getting triggered. And I would have never figured that out. Eggs are a hell no for me. I was eating eggs all the time. So many things I would have never figured out on my own.
All the doctors that you were seeing, all the dead ends, what made you who referred you to us, or how did you really find out about me or Transform?
My mom, she was on YouTube and you came up. You just popped up. She found so many programs, and there were ones that I would have to fly. And she told me, she would talk to my dad, like, she can't do that. She can't fly. She can barely get out of bed. And she's like, I just wish I could find an online program. And here was Maggie, like right in front of her face, an answered prayer, honestly. And she pushed me even when I didn't want to do it. I was just I saw no way out of my circumstance. I was just like kind of in a grieving process and already had hit acceptance that this is my life. And she pushed me. She's like, you're going to do this. You're going to try. And here I am on the other side.
Oh, Maggie.
Yeah.
It makes me want to cry, so I don't want to cry. But, I was very, very scared, and I was just trying to explain to her, Saniya, we're going to get you better. And I found this program, and I believe in this lady named Maggie. I believe that she can get your life back. And that's what you've done. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really do.
Thank you so much. Boy, that was an amazing interview with Saniya and her mom, surprise guest mom. And I'm touched and I'm proud. These are the kind of kick-ass people we work with. And I love if you or anyone you know is struggling with POTS, dysautonomia, long haul, or unexplained chronic health symptoms like fatigue, brain fog, irritability, irritable bowel syndrome, which now I think IBS is BS. If you're struggling with any chronic health related symptoms, I have a POTS and dysautonomia and long haul training series available. If you want the training series, look at the copy above or below this video and we will get the POTS training series to you. It's a free multi-part training that shows you what are some of the underlying causes of POTS, dysautonomia and long haul, some of which Saniya discussed in her interview. Click the link below and watch my free training. Learn this one simple concept and be ready to get life back on track. Click the link below.